and welcome to my channel. This is Brandy. Thank you for watching. Right now I am going to build up the face structure using foil. I'm going to make an armature so it doesn't have to be 100% clay. And I also want to put a bit of bulk in the middle so it could pop out a bit for the nose and the chin as well as the forehead. Now I'm going to completely cover the whole thing in clay, and later on I realized my mistake. I'm also going to cover the back. Gonna smooth everything out right now. Keep on going. Now I am going to build up the facial structures using clay and get the bulk of it down. Working on the nose. Next I'm going to add the bridge of the nose because it pops out a bit. As well as on the cheeks and the chin. I start off just by trying to map it out as much as I can, just using clumps of clay. That is for the mouth, and here's the chin. And I also want to shape the jaw. Add clay to the forehead. Now it is time to smooth everything out, which is going to take a really long time. I use a combination of my tools as well as my fingers. Keep on going. Make it as smooth as possible. And I'm still in the beginning stages, so if it's a little rough, it's okay. And I realized my mistake here that I was talking about earlier. I want the face to pop out more, so I kind of curved it a bit, and I'm gonna put in more aluminum foil and then cover it again with clay. That's to make the face pop out a bit more. Now I'm rolling out the clay, and it's time to cover it. And smooth all the edges. Make sure all the aluminum foil is covered. This is my first time sculpting a human face, so it was a pretty nice learning experience. Back to smoothing everything out again. Decided to give her a cute little chin. And now I'm trying to shape the chin, make it look better. I am drawing about where I think the eyes should be, and later on I'm gonna work on them. building up the area by the eye. I just like to roll it out, make it into like a little snake, and then use the little pieces to help build up the parts that pop out more. I mean, in the beginning stages, things don't have to be perfect because you are working with clay and you could always change everything. If you mess up, you could change it. And that's the wonderful part of working with this. Because nothing is permanent until you bake it in the oven. Now I'm working on the lips. I decided to shape them using little balls of clay because I thought it might be easier to get the shape of the lips. Now I gotta smooth that out a bit. Make it look all like it's connected. Now time for the bottom lip. Now I have to smooth that out as well. Let me know if you enjoy these videos with the voiceover. It might be a little easier to understand what I'm doing. Now I'm making the holes for the eye, like the eye socket, where the eyeballs will go. The eyelids, gotta try to figure out how to shape everything. The tool that I'm using, I got it from Joann's craft store. It came in handy. I'm glad that I got it, because I would not be able to do all of this just with my fingers. And I'm sure you could find the clay and everything at any craft store, as well as the tools to use for it. The one I got was a pretty basic set of tools. Nothing like super fancy or anything. I do need a roller. I haven't got one yet, so that's why I use a paintbrush to roll out the clay. I mean, it works. Decided to make the nose a little pointy because, you know, pointy noses are kind of cute. Now I am making the nostrils. I'm just using a pencil to poke holes in there. So a pencil was just the right size for the nostrils. I'm just using this paintbrush to try to make the skin more smooth. Now I'm working on the hair. Decided to give her some bangs. I noticed that her head was a little, not big enough on the top, so I decided to add more foil to her. So it could look more natural. Adding some stray strands of hair. I'm just working on the hair. Now I'm going to smooth it out and make sure everything stays in place. Smoothing out the bangs because they looked a little crazy. I really enjoyed making this piece. Eventually I feel like I will get better at it. Right now I didn't know how to make hair, so I decided that I could texture it with just like some lines to show which way the hair flows. And I'm using that to make sure the hair stays on the wood. Adding more texture, decided to flatten out those pieces, those stray hair pieces a bit. Flatten it out and then give it some texture. Oh, now the good part. I get to sand my piece. So I did not get all the little pieces super smooth, so I had to use sandpaper to help out. Now it's time for the fun part. Well, the second fun part. Painting. I decided to go for a pink background because her hair is going to be blue. And I also wanted the background to pop a bit as well. I wanted it to be kind of girly, but at the same time a little worn. So I decided to paint the edges like a maroon color. I am doing two coats of yellow, and then I'm gonna go over it with a gold paint. I painted her whole face one color of peach, and I tried to go in with more paint, but I had a difficult time, so I decided to try soft pastels. I scratch out some of it and just make it into a powder, and then I lightly dust it over the paint to create shadows or pigmentation on the skin. decided to put shadow around her face, by her eyes and nose and forehead. Now I'm gonna go in with some red, and I'm gonna go ahead and make her cheeks a little rosy. But I also decided to add some on her nose as well as the bridge of her nose and her chin. Now I was trying to go in with the color pencil to color her eyes because yeah, her eyes are kind of small. Thought I was gonna have a difficult time with paints. And then I got some more pastel and wanted to give her some eyeliner. Now I'm going in with some paint, red paint and maroon paint. She looks a little crazy right now, and I was a little scared that it wasn't gonna come out too good, but just keep on going and keep trying because you got this. It always seems like it looks crazy at first, but when you're done, it's gonna look beautiful. Going in with some more red on her eyes. Now I'm putting some black paint on her eye, on her waterline, and decided to give her some nice winged eyeliner. Try to get both sides to match. And now adding some eyeshadow, which is just red paint underneath her eye to kind of make it flow with her, with the paint on the top. Now I'm actually gonna go in with some blue paint and also some highlight, which is pale peach paint on the nose and the bridge and the forehead and also the chin. Adding more highlight. Now I am going to try to get this color to smoke out by using more pastel. This time I'm using red pastel to give her a smoky eye, and decided to go for a dark red lip using paint. I'm drawing on the shape of her eyebrow and going over it with some paint to kind of give me the basic shape that I want. A little bit of darker paint and drawing in some hair, some little baby tiny hairs for her eyebrows, and gonna try to match the shape on the other side. I decided to go with aqua blue hair, and I'm trying to add in some shadows using darker blue and wiping off the excess paint so the bottom layer could show through. Now I'm going to go ahead and continue doing that. Also, if you have any tips, please leave some comments down below. If there's anything you would like to share with me, because yeah, I am still learning. Now I'm adding some highlight into her hair so that it's not all mid-tone and dark tones. Ooh, I decided to add eyelashes, false eyelashes. Super cute. Thank you again for watching my video, and here are some shots of my sculpture in different lighting and some pictures as well. If you enjoy my videos, please hit the red subscribe button and take a look at my Instagram.